Good morning children. Welcome to the 12th standard zoology class. Today we are going to see the topic sex determination. So, how will you differentiate the male and the female? So these are the symbols for the males and the female. So this is the symbol for the female and this is the symbol for the male. So how will you differentiate the male and the female? So there is a development of the breast, then development of the hip, then that is a pitch voice, then male broadening of the shoulder, then a hoarse voice, that is a rough voice, and then the beard and the mustache. So what is a beard and the mustache? That is a dadi, meesa. So all these are the secondary sexual characters which differentiate the male and the female. So this class we are going to see about how will you be able to differentiate the male and the female organism. So there are 46 chromosomes in our body. How many chromosomes in our body? 46 chromosomes or 23 pairs of chromosomes. So here, out of this 23 pairs of chromosomes, 22 chromosomes are the body chromosomes or autosomes. The other name for the body chromosome, it is known as what? Autosome. The last pair, that is the 23rd pair, is either it is a allosome. Allosome means what? It is a sex chromosome. This chromosome only, it determines whether it is a male or the female. Whether it is a male or the female. So here, there is a differentiation between the phenotypic and the genotypic. So phenotypic means what? Expression of the morphological characters. How the organism look outwards. How the organism appears. That is called as a phenotypic. So genotypic means the genetic makeup of the individual. So this class we are going to see about how to differentiate the male and the female organisms among the species. About how to identify the male and the female. If sex chromosomes. So what is other name for the sex chromosomes? Allosomes. If the sex chromosomes are similar. Similar means what? Same. Then it is called as a homomorphic. Then it is called as a what? Homomorphic or homogametes. Homo means what? Similar. If the sex chromosomes or the allosomes are same, then it is called as a homomorphic or homogametes. For example, in the female, there are two X chromosomes, that is a X and X. So these two gametes are similar, then it is called as what? Homomorphic or the homogametes. In the female, if the sex chromosomes are dissimilar, producing two different types of gametes, then it is called as a heteromorphic. Then it is called as a heteromorphic or heterogametes. Then it is called as heteromorphic or heterogametes. Hetero means what? Difference. So if the gametes are similar, then it is called as a homomorphic or homogametes. If the gametes are dissimilar, then it is called as a heteromorphic or heterogametes. For example, in the male, it produces two different kinds of gametes. One is a X and then next one is a Y. So this X and Y are different. So if the sex chromosome produce two different kinds of gametes, then it is called as a heteromorphic or the heterogametes. So next we will learn about the chromosomal basis of sex inheritance or sex determination. So here this class we are going to see about how to differentiate the male and the female. So there are two types of gametes. One is a X and second one is a Y. So here this X and the XX it determines the female. Then X and Y it determines the male. So here if the gametes are similar, then it is called as what? Homomorphic. If the gametes are dissimilar or different, then it is called as what? Heteromorphic. So first we'll see about the heteromorphic males. Hetero means what? Different. So the male produces two different kinds of gametes. What are the two different kinds of gametes? One is a X and second one is a Y. So if the gametes of the sperms are dissimilar, if the sperms are dissimilar, different, then it is called as what? Heteromorphic. Hetero means what? Different. If the sperms are dissimilar or different, then it is called as what? Heteromorphic males. So this we are going to learn in detail. Now before that, we'll see difference between the X chromosome and the Y chromosome. So this Y chromosome, it is 60 megabyte in size. It is 60 megabyte in size, and it has a 60 functional genes. So 60 genes are present in the Y chromosome. This X chromosome, it is 165 megabyte in size. 165 megabyte in size, and it has a 1000 functional genes. It is a one mark question. So what is the difference between the X chromosome and the Y chromosome? So what is the size of the X chromosome? 165. What is the size of the Y chromosome? 60. How many genes are present in the Y chromosome? 60. How many genes are present in the X chromosome? 1000. So next we will see about the heterogametic males. Hetero means what? Different. So here we are going to see about the XX and XO type. XX and XO type. See here, these two chromosomes are same. Then it is a homomorph. So it resembles the female. See here, X and Y. It is a different. Only one X chromosome is present and another chromosome is absent. So it is a heteromorphic. So it represents the male. It represents the male. So listen here, children. If the gametes are similar na same, ரெண்டு குரோமோசோமுமே சேமா இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன? ஹோமோமார்பிக். இப்போ ரெண்டு குரோமோசோமே டிஃப்ரெண்டா இருந்துச்சுன்னா, ஒரு எக்ஸ் குரோமோசோம் இன்னொரு ஒரு குரோமோசோம் வந்து கிடையாது, அப்போ டிஃப்ரெண்டா இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன? ஹெடிரோமார்பிக். இப்போ நம்மளோட டாபிக் என்ன? ஹெடிரோகாமெட்டிக் மேல்ஸ். அப்போ ஹெடிரோகாமெட்டிக் மேல்ஸ்னா producing two different kinds of sperms. So here, if the chromosomes are similar, then it is a homomorphic females. If the chromosomes are different, dissimilar, then it is a heteromorphic males. So next we'll see about the checkerboard. Here X and X O. So this is a parent. In the F1 offspring, you have to do the cross X and XO. Now you say, so here it is a producing two similar kinds of gametes. Then it is a female producing two different kinds of gametes, the dissimilar gametes X and without the X. Then it is a male. Then next we will learn about the XX and XY type. So this is otherwise known as what? Ligaseous type. It is otherwise known as what? Ligaseous type. The same procedure only. If the chromosomes are similar, then it is known as what? Homo. If the chromosomes are dissimilar, then it is known as what? Heteromorphic. So here the females, here the topic is heterogametic males producing two different kinds of the gametes. So it is a female, then here it is a male. So here in the checkerboard, parent X, then X, Y. So in the F1 generation, so XX it represents the female, then X and Y it represents the male. So here always the males are the heterogametic. Hetero means what? Different. ரெண்டு chromosome different dissimilar இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன? Heteromorphic. Once again we recall the topic heterogametic males. Heteroனா என்னது? Different. அப்போ ரெண்டு gametesமே different இருக்கணும், producing two different kinds of gametes. See here, one is a X chromosome and another without the X chromosome. இங்க female பாருங்க ரெண்டு X chromosome இருக்கு, அப்போ similar gametes இருக்கு, அப்போ இதுக்கு பேர் என்ன? Homomorphic. So in the XX and XO type, In the parent la idu enadhu idu female, idu vandu enadhu male, producing two different kinds of gametes. Then in the cross section, in the F1 generation, X crosses with the X, so it is a female. X crosses with the O, then it is a male, producing two different kinds, it is a male. So the offspring depends upon the sperm, how it fertilizes with the egg. The next one is a XX and XY type. This is, it is otherwise known as what? Ligaeus type. Idhum enadhu heterogametic males. So a producing one X chromosome and another with the Y chromosome. So in the parent, XX is crosses with the XY. So in the F1 generation, this X fertilizes with the X, so it produces the female. Then this X chromosome fertilizes with the Y chromosome, then it produces the male. That is, the offspring depends upon the sperm, how it fertilizes with the egg. Now we'll see about the heterogametic females. முன்னாடி நம்ம heterogametic males பார்த்தோம். heteroனா producing dissimilar gametes. ரெண்டு gametesமே வேற வேற இருந்துச்சுன்னா அதுக்கு பேர் என்ன? heterogametes. So for example X and X இது ரெண்டுமே சேம், அப்போ இது வந்து என்னது? homogametic. அப்போ X and Y இது ரெண்டுமே, இது ஒரு X இது ஒரு Y, அப்போ ரெண்டுமே producing two dissimilar gametes, then it is a heterogametic. So here we are going to see about the heterogametic females, that is here Z O and ZZ type. So to avoid confusion with the X and Y or X with the Y, we will change this O and Y with the Z and W. Homogametic heterogametic males la number X and Y வச்சிட்டோம். அப்போ to avoid confusion with that, we change into Z and W. So இதுல பாருங்க, the two chromosomes are dissimilar. ஒரு Z chromosome இருக்கு, ஒரு O, that is without the Z chromosome or else with the O chromosome. இங்க two Z chromosomes are present. So now you say which one is a homogametic and which one is a heterogametic. இப்போ homogameticனா என்னது? ரெண்டு similar gametes. அப்போ இது வந்து என்னது? homo. இங்க பாருங்க, ஒரு Z chromosome, இன்னொன்று வந்து O chromosome. அப்போ இது ரெண்டுமே எப்படி இருக்கு? டிஃப்ரெண்டா இருக்கு. அப்போ two dissimilar gametes, then it is known as what? heterogametic. நம்ம டாபிக் என்ன? heterogametic female. So அப்போ இது என்னது? இது this is the female and this is the male. Okay, so in the parent, now we'll see about ZO and with the ZZ type. So in the parent we produce, this is the parent, so ZO and ZZ. So in the F1 generation, the Z chromosome or Z gamete crosses with the Z, then O chromosome crosses with the Z. So Z and Z and O. So now you say which one is the female? Here producing the two similar gametes, then it is here male. Producing two dissimilar gametes, then it is here female. So according to the topic heterogametic females, if the gametes are having two dissimilar gametes, ரெண்டு gametமே வேற வேற இருந்துச்சுன்னா, ஒரு Z chromosome ஒன்று O chromosome, அல்லது without Z chromosome or without the Z chromosome, ரெண்டு dissimilar gametes இருந்துச்சுன்னா, then it is a heterogametic females. Then the same topic only, next we'll see with the ZW and ZZ type. இதே கான்செப்ட் தான். If the chromosomes are similar, then it is a homogametic. If the chromosomes are dissimilar, then it is a heterogametic. இதில் எது மேல்? இது this is the female. ஓகே, ஏன்னா ஒரு Z chromosome ஒரு W chromosome. இப்போ ரெண்டு குரோமோசோமே சேம் இருக்கு, then it is a male. So in the F1 generation, so this Z chromosome crosses with the Z and W crosses with the Z. So producing Z, then Z with the W. So here it is an homogametic male. Producing two dissimilar gametes, then it is a heterogametic female. So next we'll see about the sex determination in human beings. So how many chromosomes in our body? There are 46 chromosomes. Out of this 46 chromosomes, 44 chromosomes are autosomes. Autosomes, otherwise it is known as what? Body chromosomes. Any changes that takes place in the body chromosome cannot passes from one generation to the another generation. The last chromosome, that is the 23rd pair of chromosome, or the 45 and 46 chromosomes, or the allosomes, or the sex chromosomes. That is, any changes in this chromosome can passes from one generation to the another generation, can passes from the parent to the offspring. So here there are 44 autosomes. A represents the autosome. Then with the XX, so XX it represents the female, that is having the two similar gametes. Then 44 autosomes. A represents the autosome with the XY. So this XY represents the male. So having the, here in the human beings, it is a homogametic females. Homogametic females means what? Having the similar type of gametes. Rendu chromosome same irundhuchna adukku per enna homogametic. In the human beings la homogametic females. Adha rendu chromosome same are. In the then heterogametic males. Heterogametic males. Hetero are different. One X chromosome, then another with the Y chromosome. Having two dissimilar gametes, then it is known as what? Heterogamete. In the human beings, homogametic females and heterogametic males. So now we see the checkerboard. So 44 autosome plus XX. Then 44 autosomes plus XY. So during meiosis, it reduces half of it. That is 44 and 22 autosomes plus 22 autosomes plus X. Then 22 autosomes plus X, 22 autosome plus Y. So here in the human beings, the males are the heterogamete. Hetero means what? Producing two dissimilar gametes, that is X and Y. And the females are homogametic. Homo means what? Similar, producing similar type of X, that is X and X. So we'll see the checkerboard, that is 44 autosomes. A represents the autosome or the body chromosome plus XX. So it is the female having two similar gametes. Then 44 autosome plus X and Y. So having two dissimilar gametes, then it is a male. Then during the meiosis, that is, it reduces half of the chromosome. For 44 இருந்துச்சுனா இது பாதியை டிவைட் ஆகும். அப்ப என்ன வரும்? 22 autosome plus X. Then 22 autosome plus X. Then here also for 22 autosome, 22 autosome plus X. Then 22 autosome plus Y. So half of the chromosome from the male and half of the chromosome from the female. So here in the F1 generation, so this 22A, it crosses with the this. So அப்ப என்ன இருக்கும்? 44 AA, இங்க பாருங்க 22 44 AA plus X and X. Then again அப்ப என்ன இருக்கும்? 44 autosomes plus X and Y. Then again here 44 autosomes plus X and Y. Then 44 autosomes plus inga X plus X and X. Now we say which one is the female? Having the two similar gametes. அப்ப ரெண்டு gametes same இருந்துச்சுனா then it is a homogametic. So X இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது என்னது அது female. அப்போ X and Y இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது என்னது அது male. அப்போ இங்கேயும் பாருங்க X and Y இருந்துச்சுன்னா அது என்னது அது male. அப்போ ரெண்டு X and X இருந்துச்சுன்னா it is a female. It's very easy. The sex determination in the human beings. Males la வந்து எத்தனை chromosomes இருக்கும் ரெண்டு dissimilar chromosome, that is X and the Y. Females எத்தனை chromosomes இருக்கும் having two similar chromosome X and the X. So in the 44 it represents the body chromosome. Autosome வந்து it represents the A autosome, and the X it represents the female, and the X and Y it represents the male. அப்போ செக்கப் போர்ட்ல போடும்போது will crosses with the X and the X, so it represents the female. This X crosses with the Y, it represents the male. Then this X crosses with the Y, it represents the male. Then this X crosses with this X, then it represents the female. About the Y chromosome and the male development. So how this Y chromosome leads to the development of the male, and how this XX chromosome it leads to the development of the female. So consider this is the Y chromosome. This is the Y chromosome. At both the ends of the Y chromosome oda rendu tiplayume that is a non-homologous region. So what is a homologous? Similar in structure, function and location. எல்லாமே சேமா இருந்துச்சு அதுக்கு அப்புறம் என்ன homologous. அப்போ at both the ends of the Y chromosome there is a non-homologous region. This non-homologous region it is known as what? Pseudo-autosomal region. It is known as what? Pseudo-autosomal region. Then a remaining portion. So this is called as a non-combining region. This is called as what? Non-combining region of the Y. Listen one. So at both the ends of the Y chromosome there is a non-homologous region. This non-homologous region it is known as what? Pseudo-autosomal region. The remaining 95% of the Y chromosome it is known as what? Non-combining region Y. So this non-combining region Y it is divided equally into two. One is a euchromatic or euchromatic. Then second one is a heterochromatic. So in that this euchromatin is a functional genes. Then this heterochromatin is a non-functional genes. So the non-combining region of the Y is divided equally into two. One is a euchromatin and second one is a heterochromatin. So in the heterochromatin there is a gene present in the euchromatin that is called as a sex determining region. So this gene it is absent in the female. The non-combining region Y is divided equally into two parts. One is a euchromatin and second one is a heterochromatin. In the euchromatin it is otherwise known as what? Functional genes, and heterochromatin is a non-functional genes. So in the euchromatin there is a gene called as a sex determining region. So this sex determining gene is absent in the female. Upper Y chromosome it leads to the male. Then XX chromosome it leads to the female. Next we'll see about the dosage compensation and bare body. So dosage compensation in the female how many chromosomes are there? 2 X chromosomes. In the male how many chromosomes are there? 1 X and Y chromosome. அப்போ இங்க ரெண்டு X chromosome இருக்கு, இங்க ஒரே ஒரு Y X chromosome இருக்கு. அப்போ இங்க ரெண்டா இருக்கிறது it has to be equally substituted to the X chromosome. ரெண்டுமே ஈக்குவலா இருக்கணும். So that is called as a bare body. In the 1949 Baer and Bertram who observed the bare body, Baer and Bertram. So in the female they observed here condensed body. What is meaning of the word contents? That is a denser or thicker. தமிழ்ல சொன்னா அமுக்கி வைக்கப்பட்ட, ரொம்ப tightly coiled. So in the 1949, Baer and Bertram observed a condensed body in the nerve cell in the female. Nerve cell la ஒரு condensed thick-ஆன ஒரு body கண்டுபிடிக்கிறாங்க. Condensed nerve cell in the female. So this condensed body in the female, it is called as a Baer body. It is called as a Baer body. Okay. So this is absent in the male. This Baer body is absent in the male. In the 1949, Baer and Bertram observed a condensed is what? A thickly coiled or denser body in the nerve cell of the female. So that is called as a Baer body. Then this Baer body is absent in the male. So this condensed body, earlier it is called as a sex chromatin. It is called as a sex chromatin. The female nerve cell or thick tightly coiled body, that is called as a Baer body. Here it is called as a sex chromatin, and later it is called as a Baer body. So it is absent in the male. So in the female, how many chromosomes are there? 2 X chromosomes. In the male, how many chromosomes are there? Only 1 X chromosome is present. அப்போ இந்த 2 X chromosome இந்த ஒரே ஒரு X chromosome என்னவாகும்? Compensate பண்ணும். அப்போ என்னவாகும்னா this X chromosome becomes inactive. Okay, so if there are 2 X chromosomes are there, one of the X chromosomes becomes inactive and it is tightly coiled in the heterochromatin. Heterochromatin நம்ம எங்க படிச்சோம்? That is the non-combining region of the non-combining region. It is divided equally into two. One is a euchromatin and second one is a heterochromatin. It is a non-functional genes. So in the Baer body என்னவாகுதா? 2 X chromosome இருந்துச்சுன்னா ஒரு X chromosome inactive இருந்துட்டு becomes functionless and tightly coiled and placed in the heterochromatin. So that is called as a dosage compensation at the Baer body. So next we'll see about the 2 more questions. What is a Lyon's hypothesis? So in the female, how many X chromosomes are present? 2 X chromosomes. In the male, how many X chromosomes are present? Only 1 X chromosome is present. So here the X chromosome becomes very inactive and tightly placed in the heterochromatin Heterochromatin another, the non-combining region is divided equally into euchromatin and heterochromatin. So this euchromatin is a non-functional genes. Euchromatin is a non-functional genes. அப்போ இந்த one of the X chromosome என்னவாகும்னா inactive ஆயிட்டு எங்க பிளேஸ் ஆயிருக்குன்னா heterochromatinல பிளேஸ் ஆகும். ஸோ அந்த தியரிக்கு என்ன பேருனா Lyon's hypothesis. The topic haplodiploidy. Haplodiploidy in honeybees. So this haplo means what? Single. Diploidy means what? Double. So this haplodiploid mechanism is seen in the honeybees, wasps. So what do you mean by wasps? Colony. So then ants. So here all the haploid offsprings, it develops into the male. Then all the diploid, it develops into the females. So this type of mechanism is seen in the honeybees, wasps and ants. So here, what is parthenogenesis? We learned in the first lesson. That is development of the egg into complete organisms without the fertilization. That is called as a parthenogenesis. So this word without fertilization is very, very important. So what is a fertilization? That is union of the male and female. That is called as a fertilization. So what is a parthenogenesis? the development of the egg into the complete organism without fertilization, that is called as a parthenogenesis. So what is a fertilization? The union of or combination or combining of both the male and the female gametes, that is called as a fertilization. So the development of the egg into the complete organism without fertilization is called as a parthenogenesis. So for example, in the honeybees, the males, that is your drones. So it develops from the unfertilized eggs. So it becomes a haploid. The queen bee and the worker, it develops from the fertilized eggs. It develops from the fertilized egg. Then it becomes a diploid. Now there is a question, how both the queen bee and the worker bees are developed from the diploid. So the question is, how the queen bee maintains the colony. There is a process called as a kin selection. So the sex of the offspring, it depends upon the number of chromosomes it receives. For example, if it receives a single number of chromosomes, that is haploid, it develops into what? It develops into the male. If it receives a double set of chromosomes diploid, then it develops into the female. So it's a very important 2 more question. What is your kin selection or K selection? So what is the function of the queen bee? To lay the eggs. Then what is the function of the drones? To fertilize us with the queen bee. Then what is the function of the worker bee? To maintain the colony, to nurture the eggs. That is to take care of the beehive. So here the queen bee secretes a hormone that is called as a pheromone. It's a 1 mark question. The queen bee secretes a hormone called as a pheromone. It suppresses the fertility of the worker bee. So instead of raising its own colony, it maintains the eggs laid by the queen bee. So this process is called as a kin selection or the K selection. So queen bee oda vela enna egg lay பண்ணிட்டே இருக்கும். Drones என்ன பண்ணா to fertilizes with the queen bee. The worker என்ன பண்ணா அந்த காலனியை பார்த்துக்கும், அந்த எக்ஸுக்கு ஃபீட் பண்ணும், எம்ப்ரியோஸ்க்கு ஃபீட் பண்ண அந்த queen bee-யை பார்த்துக்கும். இந்த queen bee என்ன பண்ணுனா ஃபெரமோன் ஹார்மோனை செக்ரீட் பண்ணும். இந்த ஹார்மோன் என்ன பண்ணுனா அந்த worker bee இருக்க fertility என்ன பண்ணுனா suppress பண்ணிடும். அப்போ என்ன ஆகுனா it becomes a sterile. The worker bee becomes a sterile. So only the queen bee can able to lay the eggs. So this process it is called as a kin selection or the K selection. Class we learn heterogametic males, that is a X and Y. Then heterogametic females, that is also X and ZW or X and Y. Then a sex determination in the human beings. How the XX it develops into the female. Then how the XY develops into the male. Then a Y chromosome, that is in the Y chromosome, that is a non-homologous region, pseudo-autosomal region. The remaining region it is known as what? Non-combining region. It is divided equally into the euchromatin and the heterochromatin. There is a gene called as a sex determining gene. It is absent in the male. Then how it leads to the Y it leads to the male and the X leads to the female development. Then dosage compensation. In the female there are 2 X chromosome. Then in the male there is only 1 X chromosome is present. So this X chromosome has to be compensated. That is called as a dosage compensation. That is how it makes this X chromosome. That is if there are 2 X chromosomes are there, 1 X chromosomes become inactive and placed in the heterochromatin. That is called as a dosage compensation. Then haplodiploid it is seen in the honeybees. Haploid means what? Single. Diploid means what? Double. So the fertilized sex develops into the female, then unfertilized sex develops into the male. The sex of the offspring it depends upon how it receives the number of set of chromosome it receives. Thank you, children.